we're on the other side.
Been to the other side.
Been
Come
to
back.
the other side.
And survived.
See how I said we're on the other side now?
Yeah.
Because I now classify myself as a US citizen.
You are significantly influenced.
Massively.
I said something to you in an American accent the other day.
You said R.
R.
And I was like, whoa.
Maybe it's just trying to be a pirate. Who knows? The mysteries of the world. But yes, we came back last week from the States after our trip. Went over there to see Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozy. Spent some time in Vegas doing some other activities, the sights, the sounds, everything that Vegas had to offer. So it was a really good trip.
You know, I can't believe we're like halfway through April.
Yeah, first quarter's down. Like down.
Dude, down and we're halfway through the next month.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been hectic. It feels like we never went overseas. Did you feel that? Do you feel that?
Like as a dream?
Yeah, man. Like I just came back and it was just hit the ground running and it's like been nonstop ever since. Even walking into this podcast, just shit going on.
And it feels like if you were to describe how it feels like from a time perspective, you'd be like, I went like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, we've been here for 10 days.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So yeah, we've spoken a bit about it at length. Went for dinner last night with one of the other guys I went to the States with. What was one of your takeaways?
Well, you know what? I want to get you to start first because you've been before.
Yes.
And I haven't.
Mm.
You know what? I'll go first because I haven't.
Yeah, okay.
Because then I'm going to be influenced by
My
your influentialness.
That's it. Most people are.
The biggest takeaway. We play in Australia. We are very. How do I want to say this without, like, in the sense of like we play a really small game, or we're really restricted, not in a you can't do, but in a no one, dude, like the hat's the big thing, right? That was a key takeaway. So for everyone listening, if you're watching this, I'm wearing $1 Million Days hat right now. I wore this almost every single day in the US.
Yeah.
And as I'd walk around, people would be like, everywhere, on the plane, you know, in the airports, wherever I was, New York, LA, Texas, they were all like, hey man, sick hat. Yeah, fuck yeah, $1 Million Days, blah, blah, blah. You know, let's make $1 million today. So many people, you know, grouse hat, where can I get one from? I reckon I got a compliment a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
I remember you telling me before I got there. You're like, dude, everyone keeps talking about my hat. And I'm like, oh, really?
And then you saw it.
But then I wore the hat as well because I've got my own hat too. And yeah, on the plane, same thing. Just sitting next to a lady on the way to Vegas from San Fran. And she goes, oh, man, love your hat. Thanks. Yeah. Available for $39.95.
I reckon I've had $49.95.
I say so.
Should start selling shit in USD. We'll get into that. Yeah. But I reckon I've had one person comment me on the hat.
Yeah, here.
It's here.
I don't think I ever have.
Yeah, it was my mum.
It doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, it doesn't. You could be wearing a fucking Sylvester Stallone hat.
That would be a
They
sick
exist.
Hat.
They exist. It would, but she'd comment
cool
on it.
Of course. But yeah, haven't, like, you know what I mean? And then it's like, the hat isn't, like, it's a cool hat, but like it's nothing, there's nothing, apart from what it says, there's nothing else, there's no real design to it. So like no one looks at it from a design aspect.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's just writing.
It's just writing on a hat. But it's what it says. $1 Million Days. And the fact that everyone there was so on board with it. Like,
celebrating it. Well done. Good on you. Keep going. And it's not to the extent that you are a millionaire, or they would assume that. But they're like, hey man, love the message. Love it. Keep going. Let's do it. Let's do it together. High fives. And man, just everyone was commenting like how much they enjoyed it.
I think that was
it just goes to show the perspective. Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't we celebrate things like that? Is it people are more reserved? They just don't want to come up to you and sound like a dick. I don't know.
But not one person, like, there wasn't a single moment where a person came out to me and said it, and I looked at you like, what a dick, huh?
Yeah. But I'm saying here.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, even if it happened in there, like over there, sorry, it didn't happen once. Yeah. Like, why would we look at it that way here? We wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, it's that whole mentality, that tall poppy syndrome shit.
Yeah, I think that was exposed to me of how much it really is a massive thing here.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And it's just in the simple subconscious things that people are doing and don't even realize it.
Yeah, you know, and like, even myself, I'd be like, I wouldn't tell someone that.
Yeah. Would you have
Then
gone
I'm
up
like,
to someone and said,
no,
hey, sick hat?
no. But then I'm like, that's been ingrained and I'm conditioned
Yeah.
by my environment.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt.
That was the big thing. Now, the worst fucking thing. Actually, I'll let you tell your big thing first, and then we'll get on to we'll go from
I just found that when I was over there, they did everything bigger. As far as entertainment is concerned, no one comes close. No one comes close to the States. You go order a fucking pizza, it's bigger. Like everything is bigger there. It's so out there in your face. They do entertainment better than anyone else. We went to an ice hockey game. It was just as good as almost any AFL game I've been to. And I don't know a thing about
AFL, dude.
I don't even know a thing about ice hockey. We were sitting behind, there was these people behind us. They heard our Australian accent. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, mate, we've never been to the ice hockey. You what? You haven't been to ice hockey? They're like blown away. Like, okay, this is what happens. He gets a goal. These guys are good. This guy's bad.
Shame. Shame.
That's right. It was so like every single person in the stadium was so into it. The pre-game show, phenomenal. So entertaining.
Dude, or like the score, someone scores and you could not know that it happened.
Yeah.
It was like ridiculous.
The stadium erupted.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
There's like a ship, like a ship horn, like
Yeah.
and the dry ice, and like it was full on.
It was full on. And then you go to shows. Okay, it is Vegas. There is a bit more of that, but I don't doubt that that's what it's like at other places when you go to a sporting event anywhere over there. So they do things bigger, right? And sometimes, you know what? Quite often better. Quite often better. They just won't spare the expense to go out and entertain. I found that most people were quite friendly on it, like happy. Most people. I didn't see scarcity there. You speak a lot of, they're doing it hard, the dollars, that people aren't making money. I didn't see any of that. That could very well have been because we were in Vegas and, people are lining up at Starbucks to get their coffee in the morning. The conversion for us was ridiculous over there at the moment.
Paying
60% more on anything you purchased. That's how you figured it out. 60% more on anything you purchased. So it was full on. Yeah, like you're paying $11, $12 for a small latte, and it tastes like shit. That's one thing they don't do well is coffee. And
so apparently they do.
No, they don't.
No. So hear me.
Just because their taste buds are.
Let me explain.
Go.
The girl I sat next to on the plane from Vegas to San Fran.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was like, "You're going to the wrong places."
Yeah,
we do have like Melbourne, Sydney coffee. She goes, "We've got the same thing."
Wow.
And I was like, "Where?" And then she's like, "You're going to like these Starbucks and all that." She's like, "Wrong places. You need to go coffee roasters." She says, and that's where you get like the nice, coffee. Like a nice latte that's actually creamy and And I was like, okay,
well, there you go.
Bit late.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's it. I'm sure there was places that existed like that there, but we didn't find any or go to any. But that's all good.
Biggest takeaway.
The way they sell over there is a little bit different too. Like especially at the GC event, the Grand Cardone event, that could be very specific to his style of training and selling. They're very in your face. They're very pushy. They're very persistent. Is probably the best word. I wouldn't say pushy. That's to say persistent.
I would say pushy.
Would you?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But that's their sales tactic. Like they'll use it to like an agreement frame to go. Don't you think that if I could give you something that would help you, that would be great for you? And it's like you have to answer yes. Like, no, that wouldn't be great for me. Why would I want to make more money?
Yeah.
So they
but
try
also like
frame you in that.
We know someone. Shout out to Scott. We know someone that was there with us who was being almost harassed.
Yeah, but that's also his inability to say stop. Yeah, and leave me alone. I'm not buying.
Yeah.
Like you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They will take a mile.
Guy, at one point, that guy came and stood right in front of me at the stand and blocked my view to the stage to talk to Scott.
Yeah,
it's like, oi, like, move.
Yeah.
Like, I'm paid to be here. Like, you know what I mean? Take this conversation elsewhere. Scott, get the fuck out. Like, you know, that was, you're disrupting other people.
Yeah, I thought that was extreme there. Yeah. When he came, we were sitting down watching the show.
Dude, I couldn't see the stage. But he was standing in front of me talking to Scott.
And he's come to get Scott. I'm like, dude, that's like, just chill. He'll come outside and speak to you. But I think that's what it is ingrained in them. Like you have to make, these are your targets. You got to make 10 sales a day minimum. Call them, harass them.
I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's always been like that, as in Grant Cardone's methodology. And we spoke and met someone whilst we were up there as well. And he was saying when he went into their office, he goes, there were people still there at 9:30 at night because they hadn't met their targets for the day. So it's like, no, keep hitting the phones. And look, they're making money, they're making sales, but like it's just non-stop the whole time that they're there. So that was interesting to see. But then we went to Alex Hormozy's and it was different. it wasn't that style of ramming it down your throat and trying to get the sale as you walked out the door. He was more give the value and then
Yeah. And he
is what
seems
we
like
do.
he's always been
that way
that
inclined.
way inclined, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.